Before I get into this video, I want to say rest in peace, Kazuki Takahashi. I didn't even know the creator had died. I'm just now getting to season 3 and I find that out months later. Anyway, rest in peace to him. I'm kind of glad actually that I found out now, so it's not like I'm, trying to cash in on the dude's death. But anyway, let's get into the video. Rest in peace to him. Great creator. Love this anime and manga. Well, didn't think I'd be doing this, but I am here to please, and so many people have been asking me to do a season 3 differences of Yu-Gi-Oh! From the anime to the manga, and I'm gonna do that now. Biggest difference is there is no Deck Master arc, there is no Big 5 arc, the blimp is fine, they arrive with no problems, so that's the biggest difference there. So that whole arc, all those episodes for season 3 does not happen in the manga, which probably a lot of people know, but if you did not know, there you go. Now for the 4-way duel, the sub pretty much does follow the manga. There is a little differences that I'll get into, but as far as everyone wanting to face each other, it's the same way in the sub. Now in the dub, it's different. In the dub, Yugi actually wants to go against Merrick in the 4-way duel instead of anyone else because he wants to stop Merrick from harming anyone else. In the sub, and in the manga, it's not like that. He wants to duel Joey because of the promise he made. And Joey has inner conflict in the sub and manga when it comes to dueling Yugi or Merrick. But eventually he does want to duel Merrick to free Mai. In the dub, this is not the case. In the dub, Joey always wants to duel Merrick. And Yugi wants to duel Merrick as well. Kaiba and Merrick, they stay the same in the dub, sub, and manga. They know who they want to face. Well, really, Merrick really didn't care, but same thing through all three for Merrick and Kaiba. During the 4-way duel, nothing really changes except Yugi uses 7 tools of the bandit instead of a remove trap card in the manga. I don't know why they changed that. Maybe they just wanted Yugi to lose some life points in the anime. But that's the only big difference, or the only difference, not even big, is that he uses remove trap instead of 7 tools of the bandit. I actually like the dub's approach to this 4-way duel more so than the manga and sub, because it's like Merrick is on a fucking rampage, and knowing Yugi, he would try to stop that and duel him instead, unless he just does not give a fuck about Kaiba in the sub and the manga, which, I mean, they kind of have the same type of relationship. It's like a rivalry thing, but Yugi would want to stop Merrick, I believe at least, and for some reason in the manga sub, he was more worried about keeping the promise, which it's still a big promise, and I get that, but fate of the world over your promise to duel your friend. You can duel your friend at any time. I think you would want to duel Merrick. So I think the dub actually got this right over the sub and manga. Also, another change is Joey uses Axe Raider instead of Legendary Fisherman, probably because they changed it to where you have to sacrifice. And anyway, the point being is that he had to use Axe Raider instead of Legendary Fisherman in the anime, and in the manga he uses Legendary Fisherman to attack. And that's the only thing that's different in the 4-way duel, and the result is still the same. After the 4-way duel, Merrick is dueling Joey now, but it starts off differently in the manga than the anime. In the manga, Joey goes first, and he summons Panther Warrior. In the anime, it's very different. Merrick goes first, summons his monster with 1800 attack points, and then Joey puts his alligator swordsman down, and then the Shadow Realm occurs. That's how it is for the anime. Now, in the manga, Joey goes first, and right after he puts his Panther Warrior in, Merrick summons the Shadow Realm. So he brings out the Shadow Realm a lot quicker in the manga. The Shadow game in the manga is the same as the Mai duel, with the string tied to your monster and it's attached, and every time your monster gets destroyed, you feel the pain. In the anime, of course, that's not how it was for Mai. It was her losing her memories. Now, like I said, completely different in the manga, it's the same thing. In the anime, you got a different version. In the anime, Merrick summons his Drillago as well. He destroys his alligator swordsman, and then Joey activates the scapegoat and brings out the Panther Warrior. In the manga, it's very different. In the manga, he has his Helper Realmer out because it's a 4-star monster in the manga. So he already has that out while Joey has his Panther Warrior out, so they both have 2,000. Then Joey summons his Rocket Warrior. Merrick activates a trap. It lets him bring out his Viper Deaths, and it attaches itself to Panther Warrior, and Joey is able to feel the pain. As you can see, the duel is going a lot different in the manga than it is in the anime. In the anime, after his alligator sword is destroyed, he summons Scapegoat and also Panther Warrior, so now he has a Panther Warrior out in the anime. Panther Warrior destroys his Gilgarth in the anime, and now he only has his Drill Largo out. Merrick activates his magic card, and he's able to summon his Helper Armor now in the anime. Joey summons his Rocket Warrior in the anime, and we're getting close to the same point it is in the manga. There are still a few more differences and a few more turns that they do that are a little different. Rocket Warrior as well does 1500 damage in the manga. In the show, it's only 500. In the anime, he activates a trap that lets him draw 5 cards. I'm guessing in the manga he already had enough cards as it is, so that does not happen in the manga. Everything else is pretty much the same. Merrick has to bring back his Drill Largo with premature burial in the anime to sacrifice it for his Fiend monster. And in the manga, he sacrifices Gilgarth. Coffin Seller does 300 damage in the anime. In the manga, it's 700, so difference in damage. Now, when Joey activates Question, it's different than how it is in the manga compared to the anime. In the anime, there's a lot more stuff that happens. Merrick has activated Nightmare Wheel on Rocket Warrior. He's had his legendary Fiend gain 700 attack points, which destroys his little ring guard, the monster Joey summoned before, and he also lost his Insect Queen. So a lot more happens in the anime before he activates Question. In the manga, it's right away, so you get more of a devastating feel. Question is also different. In the anime, Merrick has to just guess. In the manga, Joey has to be the one who guesses what's the first card in Merrick's graveyard, which he guesses right, which is Gilgarth. And in the anime, he doesn't have to do that. Just Merrick guesses, and of course, it's the same result. He guesses wrong. Now, in the Yugi vs. Kaiba duel, starts off a little differently as well. Kaiba uses a magic card to let Yugi get a magic card and him get a magic card. In the manga, I'm guessing he already had Soul Exchange, and I'm guessing the one that he got was Soul Exchange. In the anime, they never stated what magic card he got. Yugi got Change of Heart. Also, Yugi summons his Alpha the Magna Warrior in defense mode instead of Karibo. In the manga, though, it's a little different because Soul Exchange lets Yugi get his X-Head Cannon, so Kaiba has to use enemy controller. In the anime, it's not like that. He uses Change of Heart to get his X-Head Cannon, and then he uses enemy controller to get it back. Now, in the manga and anime, when the Egyptian gods are battling, it's a little different. In the manga, it's a lot quicker. At least their draw is. In the anime, there's a lot more turns and time that goes on. In the manga, it's pretty much almost instantly. On Yugi's turn, he doesn't do anything. Then Kaiba gets his turn with 4,000. He attacks Yugi, but Yugi uses Pot of Greed as like a trap, I guess, in the manga. So he gets the 5,000. Then Kaiba uses the Life Shaver. They tie and they destroy each other. In the anime, it's different. Yugi uses Pot of Greed on his turn. Kaiba uses his Shriek Trap card, which stops the attack, and then it's back to Kaiba's turn. In the anime, Yugi puts 2 cards face down. It's Kaiba's turn. Then he activates Card Destruction. He also activates Disgraceful Charity, giving him 3 more cards, so it goes to 6,000. Kaiba's able to activate a magic card, then he can put 2 monsters on the field. Yugi tries to attack it with Slifer. Card Guard blocks it. Kaiba uses the 2 monsters that he was able to protect to use Obelisk's special ability, and Yugi's able to block it with Karibo. Now, in the manga, Karibo was destroyed early on, but in the anime, he never played Karibo. It was always in his hand, and Karibo saves him from losing the duel in the anime. While this is going on, people are watching the duel from Battle City. I will say the anime did this duel a lot of justice. The manga did it justice too. It was still great in the manga, but they did add great things in the anime with this Yugi and Kaiba duel. Yugi gains 6,000 attack points because 6 cards are his hand. He attacks with Slifer, but Kaiba's able to block it with Power Balance, which makes him lose 3 cards and he gains 3 cards. Yugi uses the Necromancer card, which summons monsters to Kaiba's field. Slifer destroys it, and that weakens Obelisk. It's a lot of back and forth here in the anime. But the Sword of Souls that Yugi destroyed gave him 1,000 life points to Obelisk. Now it's stronger than his God card. Yugi's Electromagnetic Turtle blocks Kaiba's Egyptian God card. So, once again, like I said, a lot of back and forth. Yugi's able to use a magic card that lets him discard a card, draw a card if it's a magic card, he can play it. Plays it, Cards of Sanctity, 6,000. Then Kaiba uses Life Shaver, and then they finally tie and collide. Like I said, done really well in the anime. After the clash of the gods in the manga, Yugi summons Baphomet. In the anime, it's Gazelle, and that's the card that Kaiba duplicates. So he duplicates Baphomet in the manga, and in the anime, it's Gazelle. I don't know why they made that change, but there you go. When Kaiba's 3 blue eyes attack in the manga, he uses Magic Cylinder to destroy the Lord of Dragons, but in the anime, it's Magician's Selection, so a little difference there. After losing to Yugi, Kaiba does not have the confrontation with Joey. That only takes place in the anime, and then they duel, of course, for the 3rd place crown, and of course Kaiba wins. I like that they added this in the anime. I like this filler, because I did want to have like a 3rd place winner. I thought that's always a good idea, and I'm glad the anime did that, so I think that's actually good on the anime to do that. I know some people don't like filler, but I think this was good filler. Also, of course, the whole Merrick controlling Taya thing, that doesn't happen here. There's no battle with Taya and Merrick. Only in the anime. There isn't a lot of differences in the Yugi versus Merrick duel. A difference that does happen is when Obelisk goes to attack Raw. In the anime, he uses a magic card where Obelisk stars have to match Raw to be able to destroy it. But in the manga, all he does is sacrifice the 2 monsters and now it can't be destroyed. So it's different. I think the anime did that better. Gave us more explanation than in the manga where it just sacrifice. I guess it would be Raw's just special ability. Now in the manga as well, when Yugi is about to destroy Raw, he uses Magic Dimension. In the anime, he uses Ragnarok, so different cards he uses to take down Raw. And with Ragnarok, he uses all of his monsters, so it's a little bit better of a display in the anime. In the manga, it's just Dark Magician and Dark Magician Girl to take down Raw, so another difference. After the duel, when Yugi and everyone is trying to leave in the anime, Kaiba does not fix the fucking blimp, and they could have fucking died, so they have to get in the helicopter. It's kind of fucked up in the anime. Like, he could have left them to die pretty much. He was like, oops, I just didn't fix it. I thought it was fixed. I guess it wasn't. He was just like, whatever. But in the manga, it was fine. It's always been fine. There's never been a problem with the blimp, so they just ride off in the blimp. And that is pretty much it for the differences. There is a flashback and some aftermath after that in the anime, but that is the end of the differences for season 3. And yeah, I will do season 5 eventually, but for season 4, I'm going to do Yu-Gi-Oh! R. Now, Yu-Gi-Oh! R is what could have been season 4 in the anime. Season 4 in the anime was, of course, Waking the Dragons with Darks and all that. But in the manga, you could really say that season 4 is Yu-Gi-Oh! R, and that's something I may cover for season 4 instead of doing the differences, because that whole arc is different. So I will see y'all then. Thank you guys for wanting this. I've been hearing a lot of people who wanted to hear season 3 differences, so here you go. Glad I was able to get it to you guys. I'm glad you guys have liked it. This is the 3rd video of it, and I may do different anime and manga differences as well. So thank you guys for watching. See you about. Peace.